Welcome to ETV. I'm Drew Patrick.
And I am Mackenzie J., and this is your weekly news update. A human trafficking seminar took place in the Frank G. Polk Student Center this past Tuesday. Information was provided by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and the event was commentated by Dr. Margaret Smith of the Department of Social Work at Edinboro University. Speakers from the Crime Victim Center of Erie County presented awareness for trafficking and how to help. Information for human trafficking can be found at polaris.org.
A blood drive will take place in Frank G. Polk Center on October 1st from 11 to 4. For more information on the blood drive, go to the calendar page at edinboro.edu.
Are you stressed for an upcoming exam? There will be a workshop series for exam preparation on Wednesday, October 1st from 3:30 to 4:30. The series will provide test-taking strategies and how much time you should spend on studying.
Homecoming is around the corner, which means the voting for Homecoming King and Queen is in session. Voting is going on now through Wednesday, October 1st and ends at 8 in the evening. Students can present their IDs to the second floor of the Frank G. Polk Center in order to vote for Homecoming King and Queen. Homecoming King and Queen will be announced at the coronation on Friday, October 3rd in Sox Harrison Stadium at 7:30.
The Homecoming Parade will take place on Saturday, October 4th at 10 in the morning. The parade will feature familiar music tunes to most floats. The parade will be broadcasted on ETV Channel 4.
Homecoming always features the homecoming football game. The Fighting Scots will be visited by the Crimson Hawks of Indiana University of Pennsylvania. The game starts at 2 in the afternoon and will be broadcasted on ETV Channel 4.
Nationally acclaimed keynote speaker Bill McKibben will give an address on the environment on Thursday, October 2nd from 8 to 10 in the evening. Kibben has written several books on his devotion of the environment. Time magazine has called him the best planet's best green journalist. He is the founder of the grassroots climate campaign, 350.org. The event will take place in Cole Auditorium. Stay tuned because coming up we have entertainment followed by global.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
I'm Hunter Vaughn with your entertainment news. Earlier this week, Jay-Z with special guest and wife Beyoncé closed the Global Citizen Festival concert, wowing the crowd with Holy Grail. They joined reputable artists such as No Doubt, Sting, Alicia Keys, Carrie Underwood, Fun, and world leaders and more than 60,000 attendees, most of whom earn their admission by taking actions that promote awareness about the need for more vaccination, education, and sanitation in the most impoverished areas. Organizers say concertgoers' actions in previous 2 years have secured $1.3 billion in new funding and 35 commitments from world leaders to benefit the poor. Change only takes place when and where there is action, Jay-Z said. I'm joining the 2014 Global Citizen Festival because I believe through actions, whether it be by raising awareness, getting involved, or educating ourselves, the goal to end extreme poverty by 2030 is possible. In other news, authorities in Malibu, California say an SUV carrying actress Leah Remini and singer Jennifer Lopez and 2 of her kids was rear-ended by a suspected drunken driver who then fled the scene. Los Angeles County Sheriff Sergeant Philip Brooks say Remini was driving Lopez's SUV at about 8 p.m. Saturday and stopped at the traffic light near the 22700 block of Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu. Their vehicle was rear-ended by a pickup truck. No one was injured. The drivers got out of their vehicles to assess the minor damage and were about to exchange information when the man got back in the pickup truck and drove off. Deputies stopped him a short distance away. He was arrested and booked on suspicion of drunk driving and a hit and run. Brooks didn't have the man's first name. TMZ first reported the crash. Stay tuned because coming up we have Global, followed by the weather and sports.
Get your ass out. You're not sitting here. Yes, I am. Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
You guys going to my party on Friday?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
All right.
What's up, dude?
I'm loving your jacket.
Don't be such a fag.
If you don't mean it, why say it? Words hurt. Think before you speak.
Hello, and welcome to Global News. I'm Caleb Richardson, and in recent events, ISIS threats have increased and has advanced their troops into Turkey. If ISIS manages to take over the Syrian Kurdish town of Kobani, it would complete a complete swath of land from its self-declared capital of Rakikai to the Turkish border more than 100 kilometers away. Despite airstrikes in the area, witnesses said that attacks are too few and too far back from the front lines to slow the ISIS momentum. And in an interview that aired Sunday on CBS 60 Minutes, President Barack Obama stated that the U.S. government underestimated what had taken place in Syria during its civil war, allowing the country to become ground zero for jihadists around the world, even though Obama has said he will not put combat troops in the region. The United States does have military advisors on the ground training and helping the Iraq army strategically as it battles ISIS. Stay tuned because we have weather followed by sports.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry.
Maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe to phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Check out this chef, right? So gay.
Please don't say that. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Welcome back. I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Dorian Sherman. Let's take a look at the week's weather forecast. We're going to start off at the maps. As you can see, we're still going to have nice weather. But as you see, the cold front and the low pressure is slowly going to be making its way towards the Edinboro region. But let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. And you'll see as Monday, we have sunny skies in the Edinboro region. High 76 with a low of 56 degrees. Not too bad out. On Tuesday, there is going to be some scattered showers in the area thanks to a trough that's going to go by, but it's not going to be an all-day rain out. High 71 with a low of 51 degrees. On Wednesday, hump day, everyone, we actually recovered nicely with sunny skies in the Edinboro region for a nice fall start to October. High 71 with a low of 52 degrees, but all good things gotta come to an end. Look on Thursday, everyone. Scattered showers in the area as the temperatures are still going to stay warm. 73 degrees with a low of 56. But Friday, as the cold front starts to move through the area, we're going to have rain showers and the temperatures are going to start to go down. High 68 with a low of 56 degrees. And take a look at this weekend forecast. And I'm sorry, guys, but we are going to have showers. Hopefully not during the parade, but it's going to be off and on Saturday. Highs 57 with a low of 44 degrees, but we do recover nicely on Sunday with sunny skies. Still highs 57 with a low of 44 degrees. So it's not going to be raining all day during the homecoming festivities, but just make sure you have an umbrella and a jacket ready. So in case nothing doesn't happen like that. Let's take a look at today's trivia question. True or false? A rainbow is a spectrum of light that appears when the sun shines onto water droplets in the air. And today's trivia question answer is true. That is right. When light hits the water droplets, it acts like a little prism and it shines into the Roy G. Biv colors, which makes the rainbow. Well, stay tuned after these commercials with Fighting Scots Sports.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
You didn't give up on sex? Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Hello and welcome to this week's Fighting Scots Sports Report. I am Tyler Trumbauer. The women's soccer team started off 2014 worse than any other borough soccer team in history, but the ladies are quickly digging themselves out of that hole. Women's soccer, with the 1-4-1 Fighting Scots, look to add another win to the win column as they welcome Seton Hill to Sox Harrison Stadium last Saturday. A goal by senior Liz Debo in the 23rd minute gave Borough a 1-0 lead before Katie O'Donnell scored her first collegiate goal with that fast break shot. The Griffins were able to put one on the scoreboard in the 41st minute of play as Allison Mello crossed one past Megan Kelly to make it 2-1 in favor of Borough, which is how it ended, moving the Scots to 2-5-1 on the season. Kagiavis wasn't overjoyed with the team's play, but he'll take the W.
Well, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't a pretty win. I really thought we could do a lot better defensively. We should never have given up that first goal. But it's a win, right?
Yeah.
It was ugly, and it's a win.
The ladies defeated Pitt Johnstown 4-0 this past Saturday to make it a 3-game win streak and improve to 3-4-1 overall and in the PSAC. The team takes to the road as it travels to Clarion on October 3rd and visits the IUP Crimson Hawks on October 4th. The women's volleyball team has been tearing up the PSAC as of late, ripping off a 10-match winning streak before it came to an end this past weekend at the hands of undefeated Gannon University. The ladies swept Kutztown 3-0 back on September 20th as freshman Cindy Trathan led the team with 9 kills, 1 ace, and 2 blocks, and senior Haley Merritt contributed 20 digs. The Scots earned a 3-1 victory over Mercyhurst back on the 26th as Jen Gruber led the way with 15 kills for the ladies. And this past Saturday, Borough's streak came to an end, as I said before, as PSAC leading Gannon Golden Knights swept the match. Mara Maycock did manage 9 kills and 3 blocks, and Merritt led the way once again with 22 digs. The ladies have 3 matches on the road before heading back home to Macomb for the PSAC East-West crossover. On October 3rd, the ladies face off with Seton Hill, and on the 4th, they visit Cal U. The football team opened up PSAC West play last Saturday at California University of PA with the Scots in the midst of their worst start since 1955. The Scots played the 2-1 Cal U Vulcans at beautiful Adamson Stadium this past Saturday afternoon. Borough head coach Scott Browning was working to try and get the Scots their first win of 2014. Unfortunately, it did not work out that way as the Vulcans scored early and often in this one, beginning with this 8-yard screen pass from quarterback James Harris to Derek Fiore, who put on some moves and dives into the end zone to put Cal up 7-0 early in the first. Later that quarter, the Vulcans put up another 7 as Terrell Robertson pushed one in from 2 yards out to make it 14-0 Vulcans after one. Robertson did the same again from the same distance early in the second quarter to make it 21-0 in favor of Cal U. The Scots did score, however, both by way of rushes by sixth-year quarterback Cody Harris, like this 2-yard run here, which made it 34-14, and the score would end 34-16 after a late block punt by Burrow resulted in a safety. The Fighting Scots fell to 0-4 overall and 0-2 in the PSAC after that loss. The team will try once again for their first taste of victory this Saturday afternoon as the PSAC West preseason favorite Indiana University of Pennsylvania visits Sox Harrison Stadium for homecoming. That game is slated for a 2 p.m. kickoff and can be seen live right here on ETV. The women's tennis team competed in the USTA ITA Atlantic Regional Championships last weekend, which were hosted by Mercyhurst. Oronzo Carrillo experienced the most success out of any Fighting Scot as the senior advanced all the way to the round of 16 before being ousted by Veronica Mikulis of Cal U in straight sets. Julia Helsern and Raquel Holiday also won their first-round matches but fell in the second round. The ladies have 4 home matches before the winter break in the season. They host Westchester University on October 3rd at 1 p.m. and Shippensburg at noon on October 4th. Their male counterparts had their season opening match this past weekend as the team traveled to Walsh University in Ohio. The men struggled in the match as they fell 7-2, suffering their first loss of the 2014-15 campaign. Bruno Borgia and Anmol Sandhu claimed the only singles wins for the Scots, Sandhu doing so in straight sets. The men have just one more match before their winter hiatus as they host John Carroll University on October 11th at noon. That wraps up the Fighting Scots Sports Report for this week. Be sure to tune into ETV this Saturday for all of our homecoming coverage, which includes a football pregame show hosted by Mike Fenner of WFSC and yours truly, following the parade and leading straight into the main event, the football game. And as always, make sure to follow ETV Sports on Twitter for all the Borough athletic happenings.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry.
Maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Check out this chef, right?
So gay. Please don't say that. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Danse, balance, suis la cadence. On lève bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence. Dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
That's all we have for this week. For more on ETV, like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at Edinboro Television.
Tune in on Saturday for all your homecoming coverage. Thanks for watching.